Before I was a missionary, I grew up in a Christian home all my life, so that was never an issue. Knowing God, I never lived without God, but I never really took it seriously. And so, yeah, I lived life knowing God and believing that I was doing the right things, and I wasn't necessarily living a Christian lifestyle. I was just living and trying not to do the things that I would consider bad, and just what I would consider bad, like just random things that I really never really thought through. I made a line, and that was the line I wasn't allowed to cross or anything. That was the sin line, but that wasn't God's sin line for me. He didn't want me to just be as good until I met the bad, but he wanted me to be a good person, and I never really cared for that. So I just lived knowing that I was lying to myself until I came and did a DTS and got convicted, got really I pressured myself and realized that this whole time while I was pushing myself to be good, I wasn't even close. And then I felt so convicted on being on that line, and God showed me. He didn't just tell me that I had to be good, but what I really loved about how God spoke to me was that he showed me how to be good. He showed me how to change my life from living at being good enough to actually living where I actually liked who I was, that I actually appreciated the things that I would do, that I wouldn't just be burying myself, just be okay with myself, that I actually love myself, and so much so that I could love others, and I could really show that. I could share God's character of love with others. And finally I was like, you know what, this is so great. I want to be a missionary. Like, I want to continue to show this love, and so God, I'm going to be a missionary. Then I realized, once again, I was trying to fit God into a box, and I was trying to make my own life. And so one night, I decided that I would ask God to give me a dream. And I'd always loved dreams all my life. I had super crazy, awesome dreams, and so I was like, yeah, God, you speak through dreams. I've heard it in the Bible or read it in the Bible that you speak through dreams. That's super cool. Okay, I'm gonna ask for a dream. That's what I'm gonna get, and you're gonna tell me that I'm a missionary, and that's how it's gonna work. And anyway, so that day, or that evening, I'm about to go to bed, and then I felt God say, you're not being serious. And I'm like, no, I'm being serious. I'm gonna be a missionary if you give me the dream. He said, but if I don't give you a dream, will you go home? I'm like, yeah, I'll go home and I won't be a missionary. And then he said again, if I don't give you this dream, will you go home? And I had to fight with that for a long time, because I felt like, no, I might come back if I don't. Do I have the faith that if I don't get this dream that I'm supposed to go home? Do I have the faith that if I'm supposed to be a missionary that I'll actually get this dream? And I wasn't sure. And so I struggled for a little while that night, and I'm sitting there trying to go to sleep, but I couldn't, because I had this question in my head, would I go home? And so finally I thought, no, I will go home if I don't get a dream tonight about being a missionary. And so, as terrified as that was, because I was so stoked about doing missions and stuff, I thought, no, I'm gonna follow through with this. So I fell asleep, and that night, our team, this is on my DTS, so our team was about to go to India. And in my dream, I had a dream that I was leading the team to India, and that we were going on missions. And I was so stoked when I woke up. I'm like, I had a dream that I'm going to the missions. I'm gonna be a missionary. And so I was so happy, and for the rest of the day I was like, yeah, I'm coming back here. I'm gonna join staff. I'm gonna be a missionary. And it was just an awesome feeling, not only knowing that I was gonna be able to share this love that I had received from God, but I was going to be able to be a missionary and come back here. I was so excited, and coming back to Perth, and that I was going to be able to do so many awesome things. As much as I love Canada, it's nice and cold. As much as I miss it even now, I miss it so much, but I'm just so glad that I had the faith to be able to really listen to God and really get to see his amazing works. And it was just so great, and I'm so excited that all of that happened. And I'm so excited to be here and be on staff. Hi, I'm Sydney Clausen. I'm from Canada. I'm on staff here at YWAM Perth, and I'm a part of Island Breeze.